Greeting everyone. Today we will talk on the topic Bookshop Memory. It is written by George Orwell. Now we will see about the author, George Orwell. George Orwell is born on 25th June 1903 and died on 21st January 1950. His occupation is novelist, essayist, journalist, and literary critic. About the prose. Orwell spent some time as a part-time assistant in London bookshop. To a literary man, the bookshop provides a congenial atmosphere, which means like a hospitality. But Orwell's memory of the life are not so agreeable. He says the bookshop desensitized his love of books but helped him to observe some particularities of human nature. Like Orwell discovered that some people, that is a popular belief that a bookshop is not frequented by book lovers. Frequently, they won't visit bookshop because most of the people who come to bookshop cannot distinguish a good book from a bad one. They came either to collect the first edition or to acquire cheap textbooks or with the idea to of purchasing a birthday present for a new play. Sometimes an old lady would want to buy a book for invalid. Another lady would come and ask for a book she had read 4 decades back, but whose name or author she could not even remember. She will just come and ask like she want a book which was this type, this kind, and she even don't know the name of the author or book. There were also some men who tries to sell their old books, but more particular were the individual who would order a long list of books and then they disappear without taking it delivery. There were not so much frauds as snobs who vanity as just they don't want to order books, but they will order the books, but they have no intention of buying it or paying for the books. The bookshop in which Orwell worked had number of sidelines, like there were sales of second-hand typewriters, old stamps, sixpenny horoscope, children's books and Christmas cards, and they were selling all this. They had also lending library, which took no deposit. It was found that asking for deposit draw away customers, like the customers don't want to buy the books, but they are ready to lend it. So the library has lending, but no deposit. To lose a few books periodically was worthwhile on the whole. For a book lover, it is difficult to set up a bookshop. Most of the bookshop owners were ignoramus, which means they know what contents are there in the book they sold. So they know whether what content the book has. When a person buys, they can understand what type of book is that and what story it contains, what is the content of the book. A book lover could satisfy customer better because he knows how to satisfy him by saying the suggestions or the story which is interesting, etc. Orwell concludes by saying that there was a time when the very smell of and feeling of book would thrill him. He would buy books lots in action and loving pause them. But surrounded by all manners of book in the bookshop, he has to come to have an allegory of books. Today, he rarely buys books, and that only when he cannot borrow it. Familiarity breeds contempt. Thank you for watching. Hope you understand the prose Bookshop Memory, which is written by George Orwell. Thank you so much.